My amazing Manchester United fans, I believe that by now we can now see the importance of owners backing their managers by signing players that suit the manager's philosophy. Look at Chelsea today. Chelsea played so well last season. They got to the FIFA Club World Cup final. They won PSG that we all thought were invincible because Enzo Maresca got players of his choice. When you look at Enzo Maresca now and this Chelsea team, you will notice that all the players up front, from the midfield down to the final third, they can all play more than one positions. Now the same Chelsea fans now wey bin dey complain when dem bring out formation say Enzo Maresca shift everybody from their normal position. Na dem now dey praise Enzo Maresca say na him be master tactician. How did Enzo Maresca arrive at making Chelsea this strong? Because his own philosophy is to get players that can play more than one position up front, because he likes to tweak his formation so that wherever one player is not available, it will not affect the squad because one player can play more than one position up front. So yesterday, his philosophy worked for him. So if Enzo Maresca is not backed, if João Pedro was not bought, if Liam Delap was not bought, if Andre Santos was not bought, if Esigo was not bought, these are players that came into Chelsea and made Chelsea stronger and increased Chelsea's squad depth. So if Enzo Maresca was not fully backed by signing all these players that he wants, tell me how he would have succeeded. Tell me how. Now, I am saying this to those Manchester United fans that will later come for Ruben Amorim next season. But venture Manchester United didn't meet up to expected performances. If you want to blame Ruben Amorim, if you want to blame formation, the formation is the problem. Why can't he manage the players that are on ground? As a good coach, you should be able to do it with the players that are on ground. Enzo Maresca has been backed from day one. Since when Enzo Maresca take Chelsea as head coach, as their manager, na that time Chelsea don dey sign players left, right, center, left, right, center. Chelsea dey sign anybody wey Enzo Maresca want. Chelsea dey sign young players. Chelsea, Todd Boehly backed Enzo Maresca to the core, and they didn't even put much expectation on Enzo Maresca. That is why last season you will see Enzo Maresca for an interview. He will say, our aim is not to win the league. Our aim is not to win the league. We are building. This na coach wey club buy players nyafu give left, right, center. Instead they talk say our aim is not to win the league. We are not competing for the title. But some gullible Manchester United fans, they blame a coach wey come mid-season, wey never even sign one player wey fit in philosophy. Now, some persons go come be like, why you go dey sign player for coach? What if the coach comot? Bro, any player wey go perform well, whenever there is a change in formation, there is no how. Let me just say there is high likelihood that player could perform well again when another philosophy come through. See this Chelsea squad now, the way they play. Are you not telling me that okay, tomorrow now they say make Enzo Maresca go and bring new coach? For the fact say all these players fit play more than one position, tell me how they no go fit adapt when they change formation. Tell me how. This Ruben Amorim's formation, any player that can play this Ruben Amorim's formation can play under any kind of formation. Can play. And any player that is good should be able to play more than one position, should be able to play into any philosophy. That is when you are a top player. Because your job now say, oh yeah, I'll come and do this job description. You execute it because you are a professional. We do not have good players in our squad. That is why we are complaining about the formation. See Luis Enrique. He can't make PSG like say they dey invincible because they back am up. They sign players for Luis Enrique for PSG left, right, center. Tell me how they no go do well. Tell me how Chelsea no go do well. Chelsea get players everywhere. Squad depth. One player fit play more than one position. That same PSG too. One player can play more than one position because Kvaratskhelia fit play middle, if he plays out wide. You do a fit play middle, if he play out wide. Same with Bracola, Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and the other guy. Then they rotate for that midfield. You don't know who they play for. You don't know who they play 8. You don't know who they play 10. So if we do not back Ruben Amorim, say they no sign players for this man, abeg, if una dey criticize am next season, make it dey constructive, because higher percentage of the fault or blame goes to the management, goes to the owners, because they no buy the right players wey dey. This na coach wey you sign when you see your club no dey good at all. So why you no go give am players? Why you no go buy new players for am? Liverpool no buy player last season because dem get good squad. Dem get very good squad wey don dey do well for league, wey dey go Champions League consis ten tly. So make they fit reach and they fit no sign players. That's why they won the league. Squad wey don dey play with one another for years. So it's a different ball game when it comes to Manchester United. You brought this guy in because your squad was not good. Your squad was not performing. And you now want him to go and win the league. Now want him to enter top four. He even try reach Europa League final sef. Even try. Even try. So Manchester United, the owners must back Ruben Amorim. Sign players. Sign players. He has the idea upstairs. You can see what he's trying to do on the pitch. But there is no right personnel to execute. That is the problem. And now, only Cunha you don't sign. Mbomo, you see the drag leg from Mbomo. Maybe they see how next season will be. As a United fan, I will still be hopeful. You dey get. But now when you invest, you go reap big. Other clubs dey sign. Even Tottenham dey sign. Nottingham Forest dey sign. Everybody dey sign. Man United don sign only one player. And we go expect Ruben Amorim to perform magic next season. Maybe they watch as it be.